Welcome to USA Alert Zone. The Filipino community is once again on edge. Tensions are rising. Fear is spreading, especially among Filipino green card holders. Why? Because ICE has arrested another immigrant. And this time, it's not a traveler or someone new to the country. It's a Filipino mother, possibly a U.S. citizen by birthright, now detained and facing deportation over a $1,200 case from 20 years ago. How is that even possible? Let's break it all down. The arrest and citizenship claim. In March 2024, ICE took this Filipino woman into custody. Her offense? A forgery charge involving $1,200, dating back more than 2 decades. She served her sentence, paid the money back, and yet, ICE arrested her again. But here's where things get complicated. She says she's actually a U.S. citizen because her father was in the U.S. Navy and was a citizen when she was born. Unfortunately, having a U.S. citizen parent doesn't automatically make you a citizen. There are strict legal requirements. The parent must have lived in the U.S. for at least 10 years before the child's birth. 5 of those years must be after turning 14. And if the U.S. citizen is the father and the child was born out of wedlock, the father must have acknowledged paternity in writing and agreed to support the child financially before they turned 18. If any of these steps were missed, citizenship may be denied, even if the parent was American. Immigration history and detention. This woman did have a green card at one point, but it was later revoked, likely after deportation proceedings began. Despite that, ICE allowed her to remain in the U.S. starting around 2020 while she pursued her citizenship claim. And here's the shocking part. She had already spent 3 years in ICE detention during the Trump administration over that same old case. She was released, checked in regularly with ICE for years, and then, out of nowhere, was detained again in 2024. Was that forgery really enough to justify all this? The legal gray areas. There's something in immigration law called the petty offense exception. It means that if the maximum sentence for a crime is under 1 year, and the actual sentence served was less than 6 months, then it may not affect immigration benefits. This woman's $1,200 forgery might qualify, but without access to full court records, we can't say for sure. What we do know is this. She was detained before, released, kept her appointments, and yet, she's back in custody. Why hasn't her citizenship claim been resolved after all these years? Is it missing documents, poor legal advice, or just system failure? Why this matters to you? This case has rattled many in the Filipino immigrant community. If a mother with U.S. citizen children and a decades-old offense can be detained again, who's really safe? Many green card holders are now scared to travel, worried about ICE check-ins, and constantly second-guessing their own status. This story isn't just a headline, it's a warning. If you have a citizenship claim, don't wait. Gather proof and take action. If you've had past convictions, speak to an immigration attorney. If you're not sure about your legal status, don't rely on luck, get clarity. Delays, mistakes, and old records can come back when you least expect it. Stay prepared. Stay informed. If this video helped you or someone you know, like, share, and subscribe to USA Alert Zone, where we bring you real immigration news that matters. See you in the next video.